This is the Roulette Master, and one of my subscribers, Lance, says he has created an unbelievable roulette system that consistently makes money in the casino. He says he calls this Leave Me Out of This, and that's a funny name. And he says not only does it make money, it's a really fun strategy as well. And I can't wait to share it with you. Today, we're going to test his system up against Lucky 26, and we're going to start with that first. This should be an awesome matchup. And here we go. We're going to start with $12 on second and third column, which puts $1 on each one of those numbers. And then we're going to put a dollar on the 00 and the 0. That's a $26 bet. 26 numbers are covered. And this one was made by Sunny. Let's go ahead and spin. And here we go. That's a 4 black. And we lost. So if you lose with this one, what you do is you double the bet from 26 to 52. And now we're going to try to get 2 wins. So let's do that. And that's a 23 red. There's 1 win. And you can see we're still down. That's why we need to get 2 wins at $52 total bet. And here we go. That's an 11 black. There's our second win. So you see now all of a sudden we're at $14. We go back to the original $26 bet and spin. And with all the zeros that we've been hitting lately, it's nice to have a system that actually rewards you when you hit a 0. And we almost hit one there, but we lost again. So we're going to be doubling that to 52. Now let's get 2 wins. And again, 26 numbers covered. Almost the 27 that we have on 9th Street. It's just 1 less. And there's 1 win, and you can see we're not in session profit. That's why we need 2 wins. So now let's get our second win here. Okay, that's a 31 black. But we lost, so that's okay. That's why we have the bankroll on this one. We're going to double it to 104, and we need 2 wins again. So let's get one right here, and that's a 17 black. Okay, and that's a win. We need 1 more. You can see we're at -4. That's why we need 1 more. We need 2 wins. And here we go. That's a 12 red. And we got them. So we're up 36 now. We'll talk about the bankroll coming up here. But right now, we're going to restart back to 26. And then let's also talk about some of the things that Sunny likes about this. Number 1 is he doesn't ever bet on the first column. He said a lot of the numbers in the first column don't have as good a spacing as the numbers in the second and third, so he never bets on the first column. So let's go ahead and spin again here at 26, and here we go. And that's a 22 black, and that's a loss. So man, we keep losing on the first one, but that's okay. We're up. Let's double to 52 and spin, and here we go. That's a 21 red. And that's a win. We're currently up 30. We need 2 wins, though, to reset. And then we'll see where our profit's at. And that's a 15 black. And, okay, so we're at $50 now. And we're going to go back to 26. I was just actually emailing Sunny because he sends me a lot of emails. And I was going to go see him in a couple weeks in Las Vegas, but had to cancel the trip because I have to go to the PGA spring meeting at the Hard Rock in Tulsa that same week. So I rescheduled my trip for March during spring break. So let's go ahead and double after that loss and spin. I told him I would see him that third week of March, and that's a 6 black. Okay, that's a win. We need to get 2 of those. We're currently up 44. Here comes number 2. And for those of you that don't know, I am a PGA golf professional, so I do have to go to the spring meeting every year to get enough points to keep my PGA card. So there's another loss there. Let's rebet, and let's go ahead and double here to 104 and spin. I usually never miss the National PGA Merchandise Show in Orlando every year, but couldn't go this year. But I've been the last 4 or 5 years. So let's go ahead and spin again. Let's see if we can get win number 2. I love that, and that's a 30 red. But can't wait to get back to Vegas. I love Fremont Street. We're up $72. Let's go back to 26. And spin. And I'm actually becoming less of a fan of the strip because that last trip I spent too much time on the strip and it's starting to just get crazy touristy out there. And we're up 82. Let's get our well, actually we're still at base level, so let's just spin again here. But too many people on the strip, and things are a little pricey, and it's just much better on Fremont Street in my opinion. I like staying at Circa. If you haven't stayed there, definitely check that out. And let's go ahead and spin. It's Adult Heaven and in the middle of Las Vegas, and that's a 15 black, and that's a win. And we're up 102. Let's rebet and spin, and here we go. That's 19 red, and that's a loss, so we'll double that and then try to get 2 wins. Here we go. That's a 24 black. That's a win, and let's get another one right here and spin. All right, here we go. I'm looking forward to going to that Hard Rock Casino in Tulsa, though, because, and look at that, we hit on the 0. That's awesome. It's always nice when you hit on the zeros and you win. So let's drop back to 26. And sometimes if you're not used to playing zeros, it surprises you when you win on them. And it's a good surprise. That's a 12 red. And that's another win. We're up 126, and we're just going to rebet and spin. And I know a lot of the subscribers love this system, as well as the 9 Streets, which covers 27 numbers. This covers 26. Let's go ahead and rebet and spin again. And but yeah, I'm looking forward to going back to the Hard Rock in Tulsa. When I was younger, we played PGA Cup matches at the Patriot, which is a unbelievably nice golf course right by the Hard Rock Casino in Tulsa. And so I have fond memories of that place. And that's another win. So we're up 156. And let's go ahead and spin again here. Here we go. We used to always play against Texas every year in those PGA matches. And man, Texas is hard to beat. There's a lot of good golfers in Texas. We're up 166. Let's rebet and spin. And in fact, the whole city of Dallas-Fort Worth is pretty much, half of it is ex-PGA Tour players and many tour players that now work at golf courses because there's so many of them. We're up $176. So let's go ahead and spin. And but those are I have fond memories of playing those PGA Cup matches there at the Patriot in Tulsa. And that's a $10 win. We're up 186. Let's rebet and spin again here. And here we go. That's a 14 red. And that's a win. We're up 196. Let's rebet and spin. And then before we played at that course in Tulsa, at the Patriot, we always played our PGA Cup matches at the WinStar, which is the world's largest casino down there at the Texas border. And that was always a fun trip as well. And we always went to Toby Keith's restaurant in there. Too bad he passed away this last year. But that was always a fun trip as well. And that's a $10 win, and we're up 216. And I've spent a lot of time down in the Dallas-Fort Worth area recently, and definitely like it there. That is a win as well, and we're up 226. Let's go ahead and spin again. It's amazing seeing the cars all filter in from Dallas-Fort Worth into that casino that's on the Oklahoma-Texas border. Because they don't have casinos in Texas. And let's go ahead and rebet and spin again here. And we're doing great so far with Sunny's Lucky 26. And let me know down in the comments which casinos you guys like to go to. And that would be awesome. So let's go ahead and double that and try to get our 2 wins now. And here we go. That's a 33 black. That's a win. We need 1 more, though. We're currently up 230. Let's get a second win right here at 52. And one of the reasons I travel to a lot of other casinos is when they have good concerts there. So I'm definitely going to some concerts at other casinos coming up. And we're up 250 now. So let's drop back to 26. Yeah, let me know down in the comments why you like to travel to other casinos and which ones. And it might help some of the other subscribers decide where they want to go. There's definitely some hidden gems out there, and then there's some places that, and we're up 260, there's some places out there that people think are good that aren't very good. So definitely share your knowledge with those people. And that's a 19 red. And that's a loss, so let's go ahead and double that and try to get 2 wins. And here we go. Okay, that's a 25 red. Okay, that's a loss, so let's go ahead and double again to 104 and spin. And here we go. That's a 23 red. That's a win there. We're up 222. And let's go ahead and spin again. The things that are most important to me about going to casinos are, number one, does it have an amazing steakhouse? Because I like to eat. And we're up 262 now. Let's drop back to 26. And then the other thing that helps me choose when I'm going to a casino is whether they have really good casino hosts that are nice and are not tight with helping people out. So that's another thing that I factor in when I'm going to casinos, and that's really important because if you're wanting to go to a really nice steak dinner at some of these places, it's $400 or $500, and for some casino hosts they cover that completely, no problem, no questions asked. But then you might go to another one that you've played in similar fashion with, and they don't, they might give you $100. So I want to go to the ones where the casino hosts really take care of me, and that's something to definitely think about. You guys spend a lot of money at casinos, and they need to give money back to you in the form of other things. And let's go ahead and double to 104 and spin. And whether that's food comps or movie tickets or whatever, don't be afraid to ask for more than you think you should. That's a win there. Let's rebet and spin. And here we go. All right, that's a 16 red. And we lost that one. This is why this one actually is a $2,000 bankroll system, because now we're at 208 total bet, and we need to get 2 more wins. So we need to have room for doubling, and let's do that. That's a 31 black. And we lost again, so we're going to have to double again. Now we're at 416. Now let's get our 2 wins. And you can't do that if you don't have the bankroll. And that is a 30 red. Okay, we got 1 win. We need 2. And you can see we're only up 102 now. We need 2 wins to get back where we need to be. Okay, that's a 3 red. And there's our 2 wins. So now we're back up 262. And we're going to go all the way back to 26. And now you saw why it's really important to have a bankroll. It's actually it's huge if you go to the casino and you don't have a large bankroll, or a large. It doesn't have to be a large bankroll. It has to be large in proportion to your starting bet. You don't have that many chances to recover if you have a bad streak of any kind. And that's a nice win. So now we're back up 272. Let's go ahead and spin again. Here we go with Sonny's Lucky 26. 26 numbers covered, $1 on each. And that's another win. So now we're up 282. Let's rebet and spin. And here we go. And that's a 14 red. And that's a win. We're at up 292. Let's rebet and spin. The next couple days, I'm going to be in Kansas City, Missouri at Case, and I'm looking forward to the KC Chop House. That is a great restaurant, and that's a win there. Let's double that and spin, and here we go. And they have a nice VIP room there as well. It's not as big as St. Louis, Missouri, but it's pretty nice, and they're very generous there. So let's rebet and spin again. Here we go. That 10 black. And that's a loss, so let's double that again. And spin. Here we go. That's a 23 red. Okay, and that's a win. Let's rebet and spin again. And another thing to think about too is that you have to think about is that when the casino hosts that are good to you decide to quit and take another job, and then you have to make a new relationship with a new host. That's really important, and if you can't do that, you might have to think about going to different casinos where they do take care of you, because because they should for the amount of money that you're spending. And even if you're winning, then let's get our second win here. You're still putting a lot of money through. And that's another thing that people don't realize is you don't have to lose money to get comps. Now we're up 330. We're going to go back to 26. So, in fact, they give you the comps based on how much money you're betting, not the actual amount that you lose. So let's go ahead and spin. And this will be our last spin with Sonny's Lucky 26. So don't be afraid to, like, on days where you win $2,000, don't be afraid to ask the casino host, hey, can you give me $400 for dinner? Because they'll do it most of the time if you're betting a lot. So that was a really good session there. We're up $340 after 15 minutes with Sonny's Lucky 26. Now it's time for the new roulette system of the day. I can't wait to share that with you. And I look forward to your guys' comments about where you'd like to go. Any questions you have about casino hosts, things like that. And the great thing about this community, there's so many people in it that love to go to these places that not only can I respond to them, but other people in the community will help you out as well. And that's what I love about it. So now it's time to jump into that new system of the day. I can't wait for that. So let's just do it. Here we go. All right, the time is finally here for Leave Me Out of It by Lance. He says not only does he make money with this one and bring it home from the casino, which is awesome, but it's also a really fun way to play that he really enjoys. So let me show you how he plays. And we're going to bet $5 on 000. And then we're going to look at the last two numbers. And the digit to the right is going to be what we're going to avoid. And out of the 19 and 4, that's the 9 and the 4. So let's go ahead now. And we're going to avoid the streets that have 9 and 4 in them. So we can bet on this first one here. We can't bet on the second, and we can't bet on the third. So again, 9 and 4 is what we're looking for. So we can bet on this one. We can't bet on the one with the 14. Here's one we can bet on. Can't bet on the 19. Can't bet on the 24. So we can bet on these ones. Again, it's a 9 and a 4 we're trying to stay away from, so we can't bet on that street. And we can bet on these, but not on the last one. So you can see we have 5 streets there. That's an $80 total bet, and let's go ahead and spin. And the cool thing about this is we're not going to always have the same number of streets. That's a 16 red, and that's a great $100 win to start. Fantastic. That is fun. Let's see if that continues. So when you get a new session profit, you pick another bet. So we're going to now look at 6 and 9 out of the 16 and 19. So we're gonna place the bets again, and we're gonna avoid a 6 or a 9. So we can't bet those, the second and the third. And here we go. We're gonna avoid those two because they have a 6 and a 9 in them, and then avoid those two because they have 6 and 9, and avoid the last one because it has a 6. So we ended up with 5 streets, and now, actually, I'm sorry, I need to put those in the right spots. Bob made an error there, guys. Okay, let me switch these real quick. Okay. All right, sorry about that. Now we've got them in the right place. And that's an $80 total bet again. And again, sometimes it's not going to be 5 streets, though. Sometimes it'll be less, could be more. And that's a 7 red. And we lost. So if we lose, we go up a unit. So let's do that. That means all the 5s go to 10s. And let's go ahead and spin. Here we go. Okay, that's a 31 black. And we got the win. That's a $200 win. Now we're up $220. So now we're going to do that again. And we'll start with the 5 on 000. We're going to leave out the 1 and the 7. The 1 and the 31 and the 7 there. And if you have a 1 in there, we're going to actually, now actually that's right, 7 and 1, so let's leave those out. And not like that though, just like this. So we're going to leave that one out because these ones all have 1s in them. So this might not have very many streets. So the 1 and the 7 is what we're leaving out. Okay. All right. Okay, so this time we only have 4 streets instead of 5. And let's go ahead and bet. This time we have a $65 bet, but less is covered. So if we hit one, it's going to pay more. And that's a 32 red. and we missed it. So we're not going to change these numbers until, and we're going to go ahead and make all those 5s 10s now. We're not going to change these numbers until we get back in session profit. So here we go. And that's a 36 red. And that's a $230 win. We're up $385 already. So let's do this again. This is fun, Lance. Okay, now we have a 6 and a 2 on the 36-32. So we're going to leave out the first one, the second one, because they have a 2 and a 6 in them. And then let's go ahead and bet on these. Can't bet on the one with the 12. Again, 6 and a 2. We can bet on these ones. And can't bet on the next two. Can't bet on these. Can't bet here. And can't bet there. So we can bet. No, we can't even bet on that last one. So this time we only have 8 numbers covered. That's crazy. So let's go ahead and spin. We're going to go with this and see what happens. So again, he says sometimes you have hardly any streets. Other times you have a lot. And that is definitely an interesting way of playing. We're going to see if it pays off. So we're going to go up a unit again. So all the 5s are going to go to 10. We're not doubling. However, you can hit the double key on the first one. And that's a 17 black. Okay, we missed again. So we're up $280 right now. And I will tell you, and let's increase these now. If we're only playing 8 numbers, then there is a really good chance we could go a while without hitting. So we might not do well for a little while here, but once we hit, we will. So that's a 6 black. And we just barely missed it. So let's go up another unit now. And it is exciting only having this many numbers, because when we do hit, it's going to be really, really good. Let's see if we can hit. We're going up 1 unit at a time again. And that's a double 0. So we're not going to win as much as the other numbers, but we won. So we're back up $395. I would advise with that many numbers not covered to restart. So this time we have a 0 and a 6. So we're going to be on the 0 double 0, and then any number with a 0 or a 6 in it, we're not gonna bet on. So here we go, just like that, and we have to leave these ones out. Okay, we can't bet on those. Okay, so it looks like we have 5 streets this time. $80 bet again, and let's go ahead and spin. All right, here we go. That is a 2 black. All right, that's a nice win of $100. Now we're at $495. Let's do this again. And now we're looking at the 2 and the 0. So let's leave the first one out. We have to. So let's bet on the ones that don't have 2 or 0 in them. Okay, we'll skip the next one. Skip that one, skip that one. Those all have 2s. And okay, we have 5 right there. Let's go ahead and spin. All right, here we go. All right, Lance, let's see if this continues like this. This is a fun way to play. It definitely makes things it changes things constantly while you're playing. So we're going to increase those from 5 to 10. Again, we're not doubling. However, you can hit the double key the first time because that's going up a unit. And that's a 14 red. And we got the win. That's a $200 win. We're up $615. All right. Okay, Lance, this is fun still. Let's keep it going. 4 and the 3 are the next 2 numbers. Again, we leave out the numbers to the left, just to the right of the 14 and the 33. So we're going to leave out the 4 and the 3. So we can't bet on that one or the next one. Okay, and we can bet on these ones, it looks like. So no 4s, no 3s. Okay. Can't bet on the next one. Can't bet on that one. Can't bet on any more. So now we have 6. No, I'm sorry, 5 again. I'm sorry, we have 5 again. That's $80 total bet. Let's go ahead and spin. It almost hit that double 0 again. That's a 1 red. And we lost, so we'll go up a unit. So all the 5s will go to 10s. Now we're at 160 total bet. We're 7 minutes in. Here we go. That's a 26 black. And we got the win. That's a $200 win. We're up $735. Okay, so now we're looking at a 6 and a 1. Let's leave the first 2 out. We can't bet on those. Can't bet on any of these ones that have a 1 in them, which is almost all of them. And so 6 or 1. So here we go. And that's it. So now we have 11 numbers covered, and we're at $50. So let's see what we get here. This is exciting, constantly changing the bets. And look at that. That's a $130 win. Now we're up $865. Okay. So again, still having fun, Lance. Let's see if this continues the rest of the way. We still have a ways to go. And that's why I test these for a while so that you can see the ups and the downs. Now we're looking at a 3 and the 6 of the 23-26. So we're going to leave out the first two, obviously, and let's see which ones don't have a 3 or 6 in them. Okay, here we go. These ones do. Can't bet there, can't bet there, can't bet there, can't bet there. That's it. So same thing, $50 bet, and let's go ahead and spin. All right, here we go. So we're constantly changing the number of numbers that we're betting on, and that's an 8 black. And we're just going up 1 unit when we lose. That's a nice win. We're up $995. And now we have an 8 and a 3 we're working with. So here we go. Okay, we can't bet on those. Can't bet on that. 8 and a 3 is what we're looking at. There we go, and yep, we're back to 80, and we have 5 streets plus the 000. Here we go. And that's a 7 red, and we lost, so we go up a unit. And now we're at 160 total bet. But again, we're not doubling, we're going up a unit with each loss, and that's a 5 red. All right, that's a nice win. So we're up $1,115 now. So now we're looking at the 5 and the 7. So let's go ahead and bet on this first one. It's definitely a go. The next two are not. So we're looking for a 5 and a 7 to avoid. Okay, just like that. And look at this. So now we have 7 streets. So that's a lot more, and that's a $110 bet. Let's go ahead and spin. And that's a 36 red. That's a nice win. Fantastic. So we're up 1,185. And now we're working with a 6 and a 5. So let's do that. Can't bet on that one. Okay. We're staying away from 6s and 5s. Okay, so now we have 7 $110 bet, 7 streets, and let's go ahead and spin. Here we go. That's a 10 black. Okay, and that's a $70 win. We'll take it. We're up 1,255. So this is a lot of fun, Lance, but again, we'll see if this continues for the rest of the 15 minutes. That's why we're playing longer with these strategies, to test them out. And now we're looking at the 0 and the 6 that we're going to leave out. So here we go. Oh, we can't bet on that one. That's a 0. So again, 0 and 6 we're leaving out. Can't bet there. They can't bet there. And can't bet there. Okay, so now this time we have 5 streets. Let's go ahead and spin at $80. And that's 17 numbers covered. And that's a 14 red. All right, this is doing awesome, and we're up 1,355. This is a $2,000 bankroll system, and the 4 and the 0 there are the next 2 numbers. So let's go ahead and do that. Remember, anytime you have a $2,000 bankroll system with $5 units, you can also do that with dollar units for $400, and we're leaving out the 4 and the 0 here. So never forget that, because not everybody can play with the $2,000 bankroll. So it's easy to make an adjustment if you know that. And we're leaving out the 4 and the 0. So can't do those. We can do that. And that's it. So now we have 5 streets. And here we go. That's 17 again. 17 numbers covered. And let's spin. That's a 35 black. And that's a loss. So let's go up a unit. So we'll go from 5 to 10. on all those bets. All right, here we go. That's a 28 black. And that's another loss. So let's see how this deals with a losing streak. And we're going to add one to all these. Okay. And we're just going to go right to left and make sure we have them all moved from 10 to 15. Now we're at a 240 total bet. That's a 4 black. And we lost again. So now you're getting to see what happens if you do have a bunch of losses. We're at 875 profit still, though. Let's go up again. All right, here we go. Okay, now we're at 320 total bets. So the bets are starting to get up there now. So you might want to do this with dollar units and a $400 bankroll, because we lost again. And again, that's 320 loss. So now we're down to 555 profit. Let's go up another unit. So here we go. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and spin it. $400 total bet. So those bets are getting up there now. And very quickly with lots of losses, and that's a 31 black. Okay, there's a $500 win, but you see we're not in session profit, and he says that's okay. You just keep going. So we're going to be looking at the 1 and the 3 now. So we're going to put our $5 bet on the 0 double 0, and he says the reason for that's because you'll make it up with the other ones that you win big on, and it's okay to take a little bit of a setback. So the 1 and the 3, and here we go. The 1 and the 3 we're leaving out. That's a lot of them with the 1. Here we go. Okay, and then we only have, see, 11 numbers here with a $50 total bet. Let's see if we can get a win here. And that's a 22 black. And we just barely missed it. Let's go up a unit. So we're going to go from 5 to 10 and spin. And that's a 26 black. And we got it, and the 15 minutes is up. So we made $1,265 profit with this new system from Lance. And let me know what you guys think of this down in the comments. Again, if this is too risky, play it with dollar units and a $400 bankroll instead of $5 units and a $2,000 bankroll. And if you think you can make it better, let me know down in the comments. And that's what this is all about. So is trying to make these systems as good as possible. And thank you, Lance, for sending this in. If you want to send one in, send it to roulettemaster.c@gmail.com. That's roulettemaster.c@gmail.com. And I hope you're enjoying seeing the new systems from the subscribers every day, and in the search for the best roulette system possible each and every day. And I know I'm enjoying it, and that's fantastic if you guys are. And I just love seeing them. This is the Roulette Master, and have a great day, everybody.